And this one, again, from Noobifier, titled Our Community Concerns Squadron Update, May 2nd, 2023. So that was yesterday. I like these videos.
It's been quite some time since I've made one of these guys. Hello YouTubers, this is TheNoobifier. I started this playlist and series Community Concerns because I have more time to research. If you've missed past week's installments, they were put into a playlist that could be started much like a podcast when you're evaluating if you actually believe that after breaking the PU for 2 months, if 319 is the hero that we do not deserve. Consider bookmarking it and checking in every once in a while to get caught up to date with what the community is talking about. And if you find it fun, please do me a favor and share it with a friend or org-mate.
These are my
Star
favorite
Citizen
videos that he
Spectrum
makes.
has a reputation for being the butthole of discussion for our game project. I do, however, find value in combing through with my bullshit deflectors set to maximum. Today is the 2nd of May, 2023, my birthday to be specific.
Oh, happy birthday!
I do try to do these on Tuesdays, choosing topics that are well presented and have a good banter back and forth. We begin with the threads. Magic01 posted Squadron 42 with a question mark. They began by saying that they are here mainly for the MMO and not this campaign. The problem from their perspective is that the pledge for Squadron 42 is separate
What a
and
good
in
meme.
addition to the cost of playing the PU. But the money
faucet
and
meme?
development for the game, for the MMO, is being pushed to the part that they don't want. They're tired of waiting, saying that they don't feel that any visible progress has been made since 2018. They cited a bunch of red flags for them, and they appreciate that no spoilers is important, but show us proof of life. They want the blocker that is allegedly preventing the MMO to be done and shipped and gone, so that we can get on to the part that they want. Citizen Investigate something copy-pasted the last monthly report for Squadron 42 saying, "Are you not entertained?" Magic01 rebutted spot on that these monthly reports are generic and despite having many words are actually lacking.
Remember when they told us they would show and not tell? I mean, all these are just tell. So, like, the monthly reports have value. They have a lot of value, actually. I think they're some of the best things to see what CIG is working on. If you pair the monthly report with the progress tracker, you can usually kind of gauge what people are working on, what might be coming in the near future, things like that, what their priorities are, right? But what you can't see is progress in a lot of ways. So they have to show more. And where they show is on ISC. But they haven't been showing as much, and we certainly don't get to tell as much and show on SCL as we used to. So I think these are useful tools, but they're not everything. You know, the original poster there wants to see more from Squadron. Show me that you're doing something. I think we did get to see that at the end of CitizenCon last year. And if they do it once a year, I think that's enough for me. I think that that's acceptable. Maybe twice a year. Maybe like at Invictus or something like that. You can do another update or something. But yeah, show me.
A lot of information, really. They sound good, but there's really nothing in there. They could have been written by an AI. Maybe they were written by an AI.
J3PT.
Jake, are you slacking off? You will never know how close to arriving to your destination if you don't know where you are and if nobody tells you where and how far you're going. Jokes aside, this entire thread has to do with something that has bothered me for quite some time. Is it launching this year? Is that a secret? Is it next year? Is it the year after that? Will any of the main cast still be alive when we get our first opportunity to play Squadron 42? Like, will this be a memorial? Will I be alive?
Jesus Christ. That's dark.
Many backers replied that they want it to release perfect, or at least that there was a general consensus that it needed to be good, and if it takes 10 years to finish, that's better than releasing buggy soon. And I agree with that. My question is, if it was supposed to launch in 2016, can we not expect to launch?
There's a difference between releasing buggy and not locking down the features that you're putting in the game. And that's the difference here, guys. This is not it takes time. Yeah, we get it takes time. But if you never lock down the features and continue to expand the scope of the game for eternity, it will never be remotely close to complete. And that's the problem. That's the difference. You can't argue that I would rather it this than that, because you're not arguing for this over that. You're not, because that's not what you're getting. You're not getting early game buggy and late game finished. Right now, you're getting early game buggy that is never going to finish, and they keep adding features so it'll continue to be buggy. That's what we're getting.
Good and soon. What are your thoughts? Did you back for Squadron, PU, or both? When do you think it's going to release? Comment in the comments. Next, Shoei posted that they had a fantastic play session. They logged into the PU and nothing glitched. Performance was solid, and then they noticed that they were one of one in the entire server, and this went on for a couple hours, and they had a great time. I had a similar experience 6 years ago.
Yeah,
we used to be able to operate or hack the 2.0 version of the PU to play offline.
Yep.
I think it was 2.5. Anyways,
yeah,
if you didn't remember, at that time, the PU was operating at around 10 frames per second, maximum, no matter what kind of computer you had. By running offline, everything finally made sense, as the motion blur wasn't just a motion smear, light looked correct, doors worked perfectly, smoke looked correct. So I know the game looks great now, and I promise you that I believe the developers when they say that AI actually works, but we have T-posing because the servers can't keep up.
Dude,
everything is
SPK.
built for a server that we don't have yet. It's not some sort of god patch, but when the servers allow for it, I'm very confident that the game and gameplay will be better. Askar jokingly said, 60 million single-player server, ? Perhaps a cynical perspective found mostly in truth, though. Some had suggested that if CIG restored a lower server player cap, it might improve player playability. And I agree that would offload, but I don't know how I feel about the suggestion, as it makes sense in general, but would be seen as a massive step backwards. What say you? Would you trade a lower player cap if you knew it would result in noticeable improvements in performance? Comments in the comments. That's what they're for. Next. Citizen Weed wants CIG to never pre-announce if a patch will or will not wipe. They cited that it's a total buzzkill, and as soon as they hear that there's a wipe or sabers rattling that there might be a wipe, they basically lose all interest in the grind, and they know that CIG needs the testing population to get testing data. They went on to say that it wasn't a bitch session, and they are asking because they want to debate. So let's debate. CIG tells us there's a wipe. Some people lose interest. CIG keeps the wipe a secret. People get reset to zero with no warning. I appreciate what the...
Yeah, what's better in that case? You tell them that there's a wipe. I have a video that I want to do on this, and it's already recorded. It's super short. But I think that there's a somewhat better solution. It's not good, but it's still better than what we're doing now.
OP is trying to say, but we already have zero transparency about when the game is being built and releasing. So I don't think that CIG going even darker into stealth mode is what we need right now. J3PT came up with a great observation, and
oh no, he doesn't know.
That is that the team will only wipe when they need to. It's evident that the team knows it's a buzzkill for the community, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And lately, we've had this scenario where back-to-back patches change so much and bug.
Rare J3PT good take, guys. A rare J3PT W. This is a rare W here. He is right.
So much out that it's unavoidable. What are your thoughts? Are you one of those who simply stop as soon as a wipe is announced? Do you keep playing to the last day before a new patch drops? Should CIG make this a secret, or is it good to announce as soon as they know? Comment where the comments go in the comments.
They should announce.
There's no point to this, but I thought it was funny. Skedo posted the road to 4.0 with a funny gif. Something about it just made me laugh for 30 seconds, so
my
here it is for you.
back hurts, but making progress.
I like to share. Next. Pelagic Ziegel posted that they have been critical of CIG lately in the comments about 3.18 release. They were frustrated, but credit where credit is due when they tested their Reclaimer mission and it actually worked exactly as expected without any issues. They simply said, well done, and they are revitalized. Others commented that they had some similar experiences. I highlighted this because it's important to point out that as much shit as CIG takes, we all know that they are in fact working hard, and are aware of the issues. It's their game. They see it all the time. They probably know exactly what's going on, right? It must be highly stressful to work there with everyone being so visible all the time. So I'd like to say, CIG developers, thank you for your work. You, Mr. Chris Roberts, though, it's IAE soon. You have big shoes. Your big funding push. You should probably get some form of chairman's letter ready. Can you please be...
Why? Why do we want him to do chairman's letters? Why do we want him to speak? Why do we want him to do the things that he does that are all the frustrations around this game? Why would we want something like that? Why would we want that? I don't ever want to hear from Chris outside of CitizenCon. Accountability for what? There is no accountability. Dude, you could sit here and argue in a Twitch chat. You can make a YouTube video. You can post on Spectrum. You can post on Reddit. You can post on Twitter. And guess what? Chris Roberts and the executives and whoever decides and makes decisions are going to do whatever the hell they want to do. They don't give a shit about you. Stop pretending like you can hold any of these people accountable. You cannot. You cannot hold them accountable. They are going to do whatever they want, and that's it. Okay?
Be a little bit more specific when speaking about comments having to do with release milestones, because despite that backfiring in the past, it's actually still what we need. Some kind of frame of reference to where we are on the road.
It doesn't
I'm
work,
going to close out by
awesome.
pointing that the old deadlines blew up only because nobody decided to check the math to see if what was being pitched was even possible. People see it as a lie because it was never attainable. So I would love to know what's on your mind in the form of a letter from the chair. They have great value, and it's so much better than the usual monthly report. And that's it. I'm done for this week. This is what Spectrum is worried about this week. Comment on this or anything. Thank you for your support. I would love you to post this wherever it makes sense so that others can share. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.
I can't read Spectrum because it gives me agita. But this is fun. I like doing this. So thank you, Noob, as always. And a rare J3PTW. Wow. I never thought we'd see it. They are very rare. Remember this moment, everyone.